here at the home of everything, Frederick, 401 North Market Street in downtown. This is my new bestie. This is Natalie, Gipson College Consulting.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are one of the people who help young people plan for the future, I'm assuming.
Yes. Plan for their potential college future. So
Okay.
focusing on students that are interested in going to college. And yes, young people, but I typically don't start sooner than 9th grade. So
Okay.
focusing on high school.
Thank God, really, because even at 14, that's a tough road. But I know that there's a lot of prep that goes into it, and this is what I believe you focus on.
I do. And so what I focus on with my juniors is very different than what I focus on with my freshmen.
Yeah.
So for freshmen, it's really limited engagement, to be honest with you. We focus a little bit more on course planning and just making the most of the resources that they have at their high school, which clubs they should engage in, helping them figure out where their interests lie and where there might be some clubs that could help support those interests or help them to learn more. Things outside, engaging in service. Most students don't start thinking about that until later. But
I always need interns here. I always need media interns, marketing interns.
That's actually really good to know.
Journalism.
Great to know.
Want to be on TV? This is a great place to start. Yeah, really, for real.
No,
but
that's actually because I do try to, when I'm out in the community and asking, like where, but I will say too, I would say at this point, as my practice has grown, I'm referral based only, so I don't advertise. So I have pockets throughout the United States, and I'd say about 15 to 20% of my students are from Frederick County.
Oh, wow.
So the rest are in pockets throughout the rest of the U.S. Yeah.
So because you're referral only now at this point, if someone were to reach out to you today, you are able to then get them somebody that can help them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I offer a variety of different packages.
Okay.
So I have my comprehensive packages are the most popular, and they start freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior year. And I price them accordingly. So I price it to attract them to start in the 9th grade, because that to me is the biggest advantage.
Yeah, you get to walk with them every step of the way and help guide as they
they make intentional
makes
choices.
a lot of sense.
And I only meet with them a few times their freshman year and sophomore year. It is not, I'm not adding another layer of things for them to do. I'm just there to be a sounding board and the support and to help guide them. And making sure they're making smart choices and they're thinking about the right things and that sort of thing.
So this is really interesting, because when I was in school way back in the 1900s, this was the guidance counselor did this, right? And then they just got overwhelmed with so many things. This is kind of when your industry just took off.
100%.
Because if you had somebody, and to be honest, the guidance counselors today, my kids are 22 and 20, are focused on helping kids in trouble as more than the kids that are doing well, guiding them to the future, right? And so this is a really great opportunity.
They work really hard.
They do. Oh, no shade on them.
No,
no
I know.
shade.
And I always want to say that. And I like to work with the guidance counselors. And you know, I think the average across the United States is like one counselor for every 430 students, and that varies across the country.
But I would say in Frederick County, that is probably pretty close to it. And it's just
a lot to handle. And so each student can't get that one-on-one. And so props to them. They have a lot going on.
Yes, they do.
I'm just there in the background to help support those students that need it. And I meet them where they are, because I have parents that come to me that want me to help students, you know, get into the top schools, right? And
so I was going to ask you, I'm assuming this is more initiated from the parent first.
So I've been doing this for 10 years.
Okay, I was going to ask.
And I have had a student call me twice.
Okay.
So and
I mean, as a parent of a college graduate, I totally get it, because I think with your children especially, they're not going to listen to you as a parent. So it's really nice to put them with somebody that is going to focus on the student and not really what the parent wants. And the student's going to be able to tell you, I don't want to go to MIT. I'm happy at this school in Pittsburgh or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep. So, you know, there are all kinds of students out there and families with all sorts of goals, right? So I try to meet them where they are. And there are some families that want me just to keep a student on track. They're like, you know, we will support whatever they want. I just need someone in the background, a third party,
right,
someone, so I'm not the nag, keeping them on track. That's some students. And there are other students who really come to me for essays are intimidating for a lot of students. So that is a big part that's the first thing. And then they realize, oh, wow, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
And then I have separate packages where I help students. A lot of times it's maybe a pre-med student or someone with a very specific goal, come up with a college list that is appropriate for them.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of it too. Like getting them out of the box that they're in with the number of schools, the football team that they follow, or exposing them to other schools that are, there's so many awesome schools out there that you may not even heard of.
Right.
And so those are, to me, the funnest students where I can really kind of shine a light on
if they don't
something.
have those. Yeah, I told my son when he was applying that it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to have the best time. You're going to make the greatest friends. You're going to get the education. You're going to get the diploma. And I actually told my son, really, to me, college was 70% social and 30% scholastic. I obviously wanted him to graduate and do well. And he's a business, not just a business, he was a business major and went to the business school at Maryland. But no one is checking your GPA when you get that diploma. So networking with people, to me, and I didn't go to college, so this might be bad advice, but it was more about he joined a fraternity and he wasn't even going to do that, and that definitely wasn't pushed by us, but it was a business fraternity, and those guys now, I mean, he's got so many opportunities and it's amazing.
Yeah,
so
the connections and the networking is really important. And to your point, you can get a lot out of a college that maybe you don't think is going to be challenging or offer you as much as, school B, but school A might give you more access to research or more access to being in leadership positions and things like that. So all that is something to think about. So I try to walk them through that and educate on how to research colleges and how to understand what's important.
That's huge. That's really great, because I know it can be overwhelming and time consuming and costly to apply to a bunch of schools if you've not been prepared to not get into them. That's even worse, Well,
that's sometimes my least favorite part of the job, but sometimes I have to be the bearer of bad news and say, I want to be really candid. I think the chances of you getting in here are very slim. I've done that this year with a few of my students, and they still insist on applying. Like, well, what if? And I'm like, okay, if you... Yeah,
it's not a lottery though, right? For 10 years you've been doing this and you understand the criteria. And sometimes the criteria changes with schools and you are able to stay on top of that. They should listen, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. So Natalie, Gipson College Consulting.
Yep. No, go to my website. There is a form to fill out in there with information that connects you. I do a free 15-minute chat to see if that's something I can help support with.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. And then we kind of go from there. And then I go over my services and packages. There's options. I even do hourly consult. So at this point in the year, we're in fall, I do a lot of hourly consults of just, can you look over Common App before we submit it?
Right.
So I'll do just an hourly consult. Just review it, go over it live with the student or the student and the parent. And so that can be really helpful as well.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll make sure the website's on screen for you. Go visit if you've got, any high school student for sure, but definitely if you've got a junior that's starting to do applications and things now, please reach out. Natalie will be able to look things over and help you out and maybe get your kids on the right track. And as a parent, let me just tell you, this is awesome because you are working directly with the student, with the family, of course, but they're more apt to listen to her than they are to you. So there you go, right?
They are.
All right. Nice. Thank you so much for watching.